So with that, do you guys what questions? We don't know what to do. We're not sure what to do now.
Roy, is there anything you'd like to say about the archive from the Fed's perspective?
Oh, from what I can see of it, it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I know it's a long way from being finished, but what you've done is absolutely amazingly, wonderfully brilliant, and thank you, all of you who've been working on it. You know, this organisation has wanted this project for so long, and we really thought it would never happen. We couldn't get our heads around a way to do it, and then you came along, and hey ho, we're well on the way, and thank you.
We've had a lot of help, Roger and Dave and people who have come to the meetings, and there's been a lot of people along the way.
Questions? There and there. Okay.
There's a lot of stuff going on now through the writing challenge, which is online. Is that going to be part of the archive? That's part one of the question.
Yeah. I don't see any reason why it couldn't be part of the archive, but we've been focusing so much on the print materials that we haven't been able to expand our lens. But certainly what we're looking for is not just an archive of the past, but the archive as it continues to grow.
Right.
We'll have to think about copyright again, like the fact that it's online, maybe we can just have a link on the archive page to it or something. Yeah, that's a tricky one, but yes, absolutely.
And the second part of the question is that a number of us might have put stuff in anthologies, which are local group generated. Is that part of the archive, and do you need copyright permission for that?
Many times, anthologies, so for instance, we have Newham Writers Anthologies, we have Stevenage Survivors, that individual members might sign off on their copyright, in which case we could digitize something by Andrew Diamond, but we would not be able to digitize the entire anthology until we get approval from every single person in there.
Yeah. We're looking into seeing if the editor of the collection authorizes it, if that'll work. Because usually if you submit to an editor, you give some control to the editor. But we're having to hire lawyers at this point to try to figure this out. It's great fun. It's interesting. Yeah, no issue with that. I'm excited. I'm sorry. Go ahead and then Roger.
No, but actually Andrew's kind of raised partly the point I was going to make, because I mean, I've had, individual pieces in quite a few different, I was in the Fed, some of the old Fed magazines on the spreadsheet, and also in some of the Shoreditch Writers magazines. And I mean, I wouldn't have any problem at all with you digitising my content, but obviously, reading the form, I can't give you permission to, because I don't know, and with my particular writing group, I don't think really there was ever anybody that was it was basically a Shorelink publication. There wasn't really any editor as such. It was just that one of the members at the time collated the stuff, put it together, somebody else helped to produce it, and once we produced it, we sold it or whatever to spread word about the group. So trying to get definitive copyright from any one person, I think, is
It would be helpful still, though, if you're okay with your section, that form will allow us to publish just your, I mean, it will take a lot more work, digitizing one page, and then we'll note, for instance, on the website, maybe it says Tony May, and then it says you can see the entire publication at London Metropolitan. But if you sign that form, it will still give us the opportunity to publish your individual writing, and it won't be speaking for anyone else.
Roger, then Sally. And then
just by the way, I'd like to back up what Roy said 100%. This is such a fantastic project. No, I was just thinking, and I mentioned it earlier in the break, I was sent through a list of seemingly thousands of writers saying, can you identify any of these people?
I'm about to pass that list out.
That's a killer. But about a fifth of the people I was looking at are all dead. So I don't know what happens to the copyright in that circumstance.
In the US, it's 70 years after the date of their death. And I don't know what it is in the UK.
Well, if they haven't signed it on, I think that you could use it.
I'm sorry?
If they haven't signed it on to anyone, then it would belong to the Fed, wouldn't it?
That's the issue we got to look into, whether the fact these were Fed member groups doesn't mean the Fed can allow its members to look at the materials online, and then we would just put a password up, something like free books. that, you know, people could just log on and look at. But that's where we need a lawyer. We're at that stage.
Over the years, I've sent stuff into the old TheFED magazine. I've left 3 old copies.
I saw those.
Right, if you're very welcome to take them with you. I don't know if you've got them at all. Can I give you a generality of copyright? Because I can't recollect the when and where of what I sent. So can I give you a generality of copyright that just says anything that you find with my name or amongst FED material, you can have the copyright?
And anybody who wishes to empty out their basements or attics can submit more archival material. Because there was at one point there was over 120 groups who are members of the FED, and I don't think we have 120 writing groups represented. So feel free.
I was going to say, in the beginning, before we did this book, we used to do pamphlets. Do you remember, Roger?
Yes.
And I was wondering if anybody had given you any of those. That was in the beginning.
We have voices, and we have the FED News and the Federation
But not the
magazine.
pamphlets.
Not the pamphlets.
Well,
Anna
might have some.
Yeah, I suspect in some cases things have just been lost over the years.
Well, I know.
Which is tragic.
No, I've got plenty of rubbish put away. I wouldn't be able to find them.
Oh, well,
And
I've rummaged through your rubbish.
Well,
and it's not complete yet. We haven't sorted through everything, so it could still be in boxes.
Yeah. One of the things that comes to mind is like Newham Writers. We've got a website, and currently they've just started a new website under WordPress, and Steve's doing that. But I look after the old one, and it looks old because it's still written in the old HTML. HTML. So, there's three full anthologies there. It's 97, 98, 99, and I suggested publishing because I was doing the work, doing the website, and said okay. And I published them 1 year late. So they went, the 97 went up in 98, and we had donated books to Newham libraries so that the copyright was established in, and so anybody wanted to argue with us, argue with the library. But we stopped doing that in 2000 because about 3 or 4 of the members got sort of scared that somebody in California might steal their story and make $1 million out of it, whatever. So I said good luck to them. But no, so we didn't publish anymore, and I sort of half-heartedly said, can I put the work up on well, this latest, Steve has got stuff up on this latest one, and that's what it's basically doing it for. It's much more modern. It comes up PDF and all this.
Okay.
So it's another take on it, and it's quite good. And I'm glad he's doing it. Glad he's doing it. The thing is that those 3 that are already up there, they are up there. Yeah. So you can have them. Even if it's if you wanted to say, put a link to them because and not because it says on there the copyright stays with the author. But they're public.
Great. We just got a small grant to build a mock-up of the digital resource page, and so one thing we think about is linking to any group that has a link, so people can just go right to the site. But that would be great.
Well, you can, if you wanted to link directly to the anthology.
Exactly. And hopefully also drive traffic to see all the stuff you guys are doing currently. Other questions? Sorry, go ahead.
If you give me the links, I'll put them on our website.
Okay.
And also, with the writing challenges, every month we say that they may be used in future FED anthologies. So by submitting, people are agreeing to that. So I think in that instance, the copyright issue is okay.
Okay, brilliant. That's a brilliant.
And we're on our 90th challenge, so that's 90 months worth of creative writing to a theme over since 2009. February 2009 we started.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
What's this month's theme?
Off the top of my head.
Steve, I I hate to break up this
Nope,
beautiful...
I was just about to break it up because it's 4:30.
It's 25 to, I believe, now, so I'm told.
Okay, can I say one last thing? So, I have been telling my students about the celebration of writing since I started to recruit them to come to the class. So I'm really hoping everybody takes a moment and reads, because I've been raving about your work. So please, 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 please read a lot of your stuff. That's all I'm really saying. Okay.